Welcome to the next episode of the Speak for Your Nation project. Today we'll be continuing with our refugee crisis series, and with us today is an Italian national, Cecilia Molaro, who will share with us the perspectives and views of herself and her nation in regard to the influx of the refugees.
First of all, thank you for inviting me to participate to the Speak for Your Nation project. I think it's really important to say that Italy is facing this phenomenon only in the last few decades, and Italians were mainly a migrant population. The first effort to regulate the entrance of people from the outside has been made in 1990 with the Martelli Law. Now, the current regulations are based on the Bossi-Fini Law made in 2002. In 2009, with what we call the Security Set, it's been established that illegal immigration is a crime. A lot of criticism has been made about this law. First of all, it goes against a few of the fundamental human rights, for example, the freedom of leave your country. And it goes against the Geneva Convention of 1951, who established that the country has the duty to accept and protect the refugee seekers. Another important point that criticizes this law is the fact that it increased the illegal immigration. Police have to first identify the subjects before bringing them back to their country. So the refugees or the people that are coming in our country are most propense to lose their documents, so they cannot be brought back. The centers that are with the purpose is to identify and then expel these people are called the CIE, Center for Identification and Expulsion, and it's been proven that these places represent a human rights violation, and brutality and violence are a daily reality. Italy is now facing a really important and threatening problem: the fact that organized crime is taking advantage out of this situation. The fact that the policies that now Italy is using to regulate the entrance of these people doesn't provide them an integration inside the country, inside the Italian population, makes them live outside the law. Organized crime is making money out of this situation. A lot of the money that are supposed to go to provide refugee seekers food or clothes are now going in the hands of organized crime.
Cecilia, why do you think that the refugee question is so sensitive and controversial? And to what extent do you think that prejudice plays a role in people's and governments' policies towards them?
What do I think is that Italians still perceive Western and Eastern cultures as two completely different realities that cannot live together. On their side, politicians are made a lot of campaign and propaganda out of this fear and that Italians have about immigration. What I think about prejudice is that they have a really important role in the decision that we are making to face this problem. Because when people don't know who is coming inside our home, when people don't know why they're coming and where they come from, they don't know how to face it. So the fact that you identify those people by prejudice make you feel more comfortable. But what I think is that we should not let this prejudice and these ideas lead our decision, because if we are guided by hate and by fear, we won't make the best decision that we can, and this is not a good thing also for Italy.
There are those who say that the solution to the refugee question is improving and bettering the areas they're coming from, rather than creating infrastructure in the areas they're fleeing to. Would you agree with this statement?
I don't feel comfortable in saying which kind of intervention Italy should make in those countries. What I know is that a lot of integration projects that Italy is trying to make are being rejected by Italians because Italians don't want those money to be invested in immigrants. What they probably don't know is the fact that a huge amount of money is still being invested, but in this rejection policy that is not solving the problem at all.
What role specifically do you see Italy taking in solving this crisis, and what measures do you see Italy taking to further this goal?
Italy has a really important role in this crisis because mainly of its position. What do I think is that we should first analyze the root of this problem to take a good and clever measurement to solve it. Plus, I think that the European Union, in all the phenomena that is overcoming, should take their responsibilities first and try to work together to solve it, because it's not our problem, it's everybody's problem. And to make our interest, also we should see this as with a more open, in a more open way, and more union way.
This episode marks the end of the Refugee Question series. Thank you very much to Cecelia Molaro with sharing with us her perspective and the Italian narrative. Stay tuned once again for the next episode, where we'll be dealing with the Ukrainian-Russian conflict, specifically the annexation of Crimea. And then don't forget to like us, share us, and promote us on social media pages. Thank you very much.